So folks, every year Jamaican students excel in robotics on the world stage. And this morning, Dwaine Hibbert of the School of Engineering at UTech and the president of UTech Jamaica, Dr. Kevin Brown, join us along with their robotics team, well, some of them, to tell us more about the field and how Jamaicans can benefit from an investment in this area. In a little while, I will introduce the three students here. But let me start here. Morning, sir. Mr. President, how are you, sir?
Good, thanks.
Tell me about the robotics component of UTech.
Well, as you know, UTech is Jamaica's national STEM university. We specialize in science, technology, engineering, and math. And, you know, historically, we're an engineering school. And as part of that engineering program that we have, robotics, automation, controls are a significant part of that portfolio. And in today's world, Neville, automation has become quite a prominent part of technology. And so we're really proud of our robotics team, who have excelled on the international scene, placing 16th
out of 60.
Out of 60
Brilliant.
Universities in America, right?
Brilliant.
So this is quite a significant accomplishment for not just UTech, but Jamaica.
Yeah. Sir Dwaine, what is robotics?
All right, so robotics is the field of engineering that is concerned with the design of machines that are able to sense the environment and to carry out certain actions based on a predetermined program. So look at, for example, most persons don't recognize that, for example, an ABM machine is a robot. You're able to do cash deposits, you can deposit a check, you can retrieve funds. So a robot is actually an ATM machine, and so that's one of the examples of a robot there.
Give me a real life scenario of what a robot can do. In a simple way.
All right,
I mean, you don't have to get like him can go moon and all kind of.
You see, there's the misconception that robots are machines with eyes and hands, but I'm saying we are interacting with robots all the time. So for example, I gave an example earlier about the ATM machine.
Right.
Every day you use the ATM machine, you know, you're able to do cash withdrawal, you can do deposits. Look, for example, at drones. Drones are robots. Yeah. You're able to do farming with our drones, you can do photography with our drones.
But humans write these programs for the robots.
Precisely.
Where would the kids get the expertise to do all of that? That comes from your group. When I say your group, I think you're not the only lecturer in this area. Does that where that come from?
Right. So as early as primary school, students are introduced to electronics and robotics, and all the way up to university level. And so in the School of Engineering, we have several programs that support the technology that's associated with robotics. For example, control system, instrumentation, which are integral parts of robotics. Right.
How big is it at the university, Mr. President, and what kind of buy-in have you got from the students? I mean, have you said, robotics, I'm saying, oh, no, sir, English me want to do. But what kind of buy-in you get from the students, and how big is it?
No, I think it's pretty big. There's high interest in Robotics Club. We have what's called an IEEE student branch, or IEEE meaning Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. It's one of the largest engineering professional societies in the world, and they have a student branch at UTech. And that branch is focused primarily on just robotics, and it's a very popular student club. And we support it significantly through the university and the Faculty of Engineering and Computing. And there's strong interest in going to the competition each year. And our determination at Neville is to win the competition. We've placed 16th this time, but you know, I want to come back here and say that we won against universities in America that are far more well-resourced than us.
Just before I get to the geniuses, how would you have known about this cost and all kind of stuff? Because we always talk about we can't afford to go foreign with so much US. So how would you have known about the competition? And you said American university. So you get involved, sir?
Well, it's an international competition, and it's called the IEEE Southeast Con competition. And there are various categories. And we entered the hardware category, which looks at robotics. And so we believe that as a Jamaican university, we have the talent to compete internationally. And we've been doing so, and the robotics competition is just one example. Our students have been competing in AI hackathons, software competitions, and they've been winning them.
Beautiful.
So all we need, Neville, is just the funding, the proper resourcing of the institution, but we have talent like Mr. Hibbert here and the students.
Yep. Speaking of students, Darren Barnes is with us. Kareem Webb is with us, and Sadiq Thompson. Sadiq, put up your hand. All right. So Kareem. Well, I don't know if I know. I have to tell you who is Darnie, but there she is. But let me start with Kareem. Tell me what you did when you went up. What were you asked to do? And was everyone there asked to do the same thing?
Yes, so
Good morning, sir. My bad. Morning.
Morning everyone.
Well, yeah, man.
All right, so we have a list of tasks that everyone is supposed to do each year, right? So each university is given the same tasks, the same constraints that are supposed to participate in. My role on the team is electrical lead. So I am in charge of the power distribution system on the robots, all the wiring, ensuring that all the components, the electronics, motors are working, right?
Yeah.
And then Darnie here.
Well, let me get Darnie. You tell me what your role is, Darnie. Morning.
Okay, so looking at the robot, you can see pink, you can see black, you can see white. This was done by a process called 3D printing. I am a part of the mechanical engineering team that's with IEEE, and we were tasked to design this as a structure to support the hardware of the robot itself.
Yeah. And Sadiq, your role?
Well, my role was mainly the project lead of the whole robot. So I organized the timeline and whatnot, but apart from that, I was also the software lead. So in terms of control systems, in terms of actually what the robot does and when it does it, that is what I programmed.
Kareem, I'll come back to you and you tell me what task you were asked to do. Mr. President, how are you and other institutions investing in this area?
Well, I mean, this is just the beginning for us. Now going forward, what we're looking at, Neville, is physical artificial intelligence. So using artificial intelligence to make the robots even more autonomous, more intelligent in terms of their ability to move around without human intervention. And so we're not only looking at infusing it in the degree programs, but also increasing our research output in this area as well.
And Sir Dwaine, how can the average Jamaican benefit from robotics?
Absolutely. I think for me, the first thing is awareness. To be aware of the technology and what it can do, because ultimately the technology will increase productivity. So take, for example, I'm very fond of farming. So for example, a farmer having an understanding of how technology can increase his productivity, that's a good place to start. So awareness is the key thing for me.
Okay, all right, beautiful. All right, let's see. I think we have to move out of here so we can do what you call. We need to move, so JR, they can do it right there. They need to move? All right, we can stay. All right. Back to you, Kareem. Tell me what you were asked to do, and then Sadiq, you can show me some moves here.
So this year, the different tasks that we're supposed to do is to press a button 3 times, right? To locate ducks on the field, pick it up and drop it off to a specific location, right? And then on the field, there are white lines. So what we did was we used sensors underneath the robot to actually track those white lines to actually navigate around the field, right? Spin a crank more than 360 degrees, right? And there's a keypad on the field also that actually punch in a code.
Yeah, beautiful. Boy, I could talk all day. Boy, Darren, it could look like a 700 wire end here, but I don't know how to work that out. But we have to go. Really great to see everyone here. The president of the University of Technology, Dr. Kevin Brown, lecturer, Mr. Dwaine Hibbert, and of course, Darren, Kareem, and Sadiq with us this morning. And
The robot. Have you given it a name? What's
George. Your name?
Yisha.
All right.